are family.
What's going on all my YouTubers, subscribers, Fast and Furious fans alike? It's your boy Neezy back again for another movie review. This time we're talking about the newest installment in the Car Wars franchise, Fast X. Starring Vin Diesel, Jason Momoa, Tyree, Brie Larson. Why I'm excited about Brie Larson? Why? The whole Fast crew is back again for the newest and final of final rides in the franchise. But is the movie good? I'm gonna say a little backstory. I like this franchise because it's a guilty pleasure. It's one of those movies that let me know that yeah, summertime is around the corner. I can just turn my brain off and just have a good time. I don't care if cars are going into space, going off submarines and wrecking balls, or it's just one of those like, turn your brain off, have a good time, cool. But even with people that just like, I got off this train way back at Furious 7. I ain't watching this shit. Let me tell you, this movie probably isn't for you. But for everybody else at the time, just like, I just want to have a good time, popcorn flick. I think you'll have a great time with this movie. This movie does. I think, what to say without spoiling it, is that it is familiar territory because at the center of the plot, it's kind of like, I've seen this movie before. In fact, I've seen it in like the last 2 Fast and Furious movies. I'll say by the end of the movie, it does do something that's like, oh. So this is setting up for the true final ride. The pros and cons, I believe that Fast X is officially in theaters this Friday. I think you'll have a good time with it. Just come on, the end is almost here. It's gonna be the last time we talk about a Fast Furious anything. So let's talk about it. Adding in the movie, it's our same crew we've been following for 10 years. They're still fast and furious. Vin Diesel, still the man who's all about family, the man who still sounds like, you know, he's got a fist in his mouth for sure. That's still him. There's nothing I can say different about the acting in this movie that is different from the last couple of movies. It's still the same. Now we got some newcomers coming along. We got Jason Momoa here. Oh, Jason Momoa. I think he was just meant for this franchise. It was like, John Cena can be in the last movie, let me be in this one. And this dude, he's just having a great time. He's the one that you're gonna kind of be like, even this movie is shit. Jason Momoa is still having a good time rocking out and being essentially wackadoo bad guy. I like it, having a good time with it. Other newcomer, we got Brie Larson, Captain Marvel. She's in the movie too, and you know, she's Brie Larson. Take that as you will. Overall, cast in the movie, they had a great time rocking out, stuff like that. Speaking of rock, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in this movie, and there's kind of like a story beat reason for it. So when you say, you'll be like, oh, that's why you don't be a dickhead. Rock. Plot movie, more or less, it's so simple. Like I said, the same plot from like the last 2 movies. Dominic Toretto and his Avengers and shit, they're just having a good time, just living the life. They have gone through almost everything you could throw at them. They've gone to space. They've gone through a submarine with nuclear missiles and shit. They had to save the world countless times. But now a new threat, another new threat from Dom's past is coming to haunt him and shit. And now he's gonna destroy everything that Dom holds dear. That sounds like couple movies you know, right? So now Jason Momoa is out to wreck Dom's shit because Dom, you know, screwed him over in Fast 5, and now, yeah, it's the end times now. Thus is the plot of Car Wars Episode 10. Approach the movie, like I said, it's high octane Fast and Furious shit that, like I said, I still love it. Still have a good time with it. There is a race in the movie for the people that just like, remember when this shit was just all about cars and just racing and just stealing DVDs? What happened to those simple times? As far as like superhero shit goes, yeah, you got Jason Momoa just doing his wacky crazy shit. You got Brie Larson kicking ass, and you got Dominic Toretto doing, of course, defying laws of physics. It's pretty much being like, physics, yeah, I am Groot. Again, like I said, we're like 10 movies plus into this franchise, and I say this might be kind of the con I'm going to run into with this movie, because I feel like the movie didn't bring nothing too new until the last half of the movie that made me be like, oh shit, this is another good interest. It mixed bag, because like I said, if you love this franchise, you're going to be like, this is my cup of tea, I love this shit. As a critic, did I say critic? I will say, as a fan of this franchise, like I said, I look forward to being like, okay, what the next crazy shit they could do. I remember when, I think it was Fast 5, I think, or 6, when they jumped out of that building in that Lamborghini, and that, like, the 2 tallest buildings in the world, from one building to the other, that shit was nuts. I'm always looking forward to seeing, like, okay, how can each movie up the next one in terms of crazy shit? We went to space. Time travel's next. That's not a spoiler. I'm just spitball. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm spoiling it. But you will see it when you see it. But I'm saying time travel. That needs to happen next. You went to space. The Avengers did it, now you do a time travel. At the end of the day, Fast and Furious X was a movie that I just had a great time with, just turning my brain off. Like I said, the plot isn't bringing anything too new to the table until you get to the end of the movie. That does have somewhat of like a, oh, we're setting up for a new shit. We're setting up for like the last Fast Furious movie ever. This franchise is done, so I feel like the way they're setting things up is going to be like, okay, next movie, I'm in. For this movie, I'll say that Fast and Furious X is definitely a good, safe 8 out of 10, which definitely worth seeing at full admission. Fast and Furious X is officially in theaters this Friday. You can see it, not go see a type of let's talk about it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Maybe we'll spoil talk it, maybe. As always, subscribe. Until next time.